Hello everybody, Dylan here today, and last time I did my top 10 least favorite Sonic characters. Now some people took the video a little bit personally. I was just mainly doing the video to get my opinion out there. I don't hate any of the characters, they were just characters I didn't like so much. Well, this time I am doing my top 10 favorite Sonic characters, and the same disclaimer can be put here. I'm not saying that you have to like these characters, they're just my favorite characters. So let's jump right into my top 10 favorite Sonic characters today on DHT. Now number 10 is my favorite out of the Chaotix. It's Vector the Crocodile. Now Vector the Crocodile is a sly con man who just wants to make money. He's not really a good guy, he's not really a bad guy, he's on whoever's side that's paying, and that's why I like him. He's an annoying character but not too annoying. I like that he's always rocking headphones and not even really paying attention to anything. He wasn't in a lot of games, but the games that he was in I really enjoyed him in, and he never stayed around too long, meaning that he was a comic relief character, but not an annoying one. That's how you do comic relief characters. So let's move on to number 9. Now, number 9 is a character you don't really expect me to like, but I do. It's Amy Rose. Now Amy Rose, I like her as a character. She's always trying to get with Sonic, she's like Sonic's fangirl, but we all know she's never gonna get with Sonic. But that doesn't deny the fact that it's really cute that she tries to, and sometimes her being psychotic and chasing him actually helps him out, like when he gets trapped somewhere and she just so happens to be there to free him because she was stalking him. I like the little thing they have going on where he runs away from her and she keeps chasing him even though he doesn't like her. I wouldn't want this to change anytime soon, and I really want her character to have a bigger role in games, because it seems like since Sonic Adventure 2 and Sonic Heroes we haven't really had her as like a main role. She's only just kind of been there. And one thing I always noticed about her is she never really knows who Sonic is, she just tackles any hedgehog nearby. Like she tackled Shadow, she tackled Silver, and she even tackled the Werehog, which is Sonic but looked nothing like him. So yeah, I think she earned her spot at number 9. Now number 8 is one of my favorite Eggman sidekick-like characters. He is Metal Sonic. Now Metal Sonic was just originally supposed to be the counterpart to Sonic, just the robotic doppelganger, and there had been other robotic doppelgangers before him, but he is the first one to actually show off a personality, show off an attitude, and as the games went on, we find out that he literally thinks that he's Sonic, so far to even want to prove to people that he is the real Sonic. It is through this that he actually becomes a full-fledged character. We get to see the struggles he goes through, the fact that no one sees him as a hero and that he's only a metal monster. It's through this character development that really made me like him as a character, and I think the peak of his character was in Sonic Heroes where he was the main villain. So I hope we get to see more of Metal Sonic, but till then he's earned his place at number 8. Now number 7, you probably wouldn't expect him to be this low in the list, but I just don't like him as much as everybody else does. It's Tails. Now, Tails is a really good Sonic character. He's been there since Sonic 2, being Sonic's friend and always helping out, and he's contributed major things to the plot of every Sonic game. It's just I feel like his character has taken a toll from just being Sonic's best friend and helping out to being more of a wisecracking smartass who always has to point out how smart he is. This is mainly shown off in Sonic Colors and Sonic Lost World, but it does add some more development to their friendship. Like, it shows that their friendship is more real world friendship, like they argue sometimes but they're still best friends. It's just sometimes I can find him annoying, and him not being a playable character that often, it really makes me start to not like his character that much, because I would really like him to be playable, but it's just the fact that he's not really exposed to being a playable character. The last time we got him as a playable character was in Sonic 4 Part 2, and I really liked that game because the teamwork mechanics work perfectly and actually make him useful. So, Sonic Team, I say make Tails useful again, bring him back in some games. He doesn't have to play a big role, he just has to be a playable character. Because if he's not a playable character, what's even the point of keeping him around? Now number 6 is what I think Tails should be. He should be more supportive, more out there, more fun going, and he should really just be like a real close friend to Sonic. It's Chip. Now, Chip was only in Sonic Unleashed, but he had major development throughout the whole game. Chip ends up just starting out as this little comic relief character who likes ice cream, into being revealed at the end of the game that he is a literal god, and he even sacrifices himself to imprison Dark Gaia and start the whole cycle over again and save Sonic. Their friendship was majorly shown off in this game. It was shown off how he just bumped into him and was scared, and then slowly got to know him as a character. So he really grew on me, and it's just sad that he only showed off in this one game, but he really doesn't need to be in any more games. I feel like Sonic Unleashed opened his story and closed it good enough to where we wouldn't need him to come back. So, just because of how much I liked him as a character, and I always like comic relief characters who know when to crack a joke, I think he deserves a spot at number 6. Now, number 5, I brought them up before in my top 10 Robotnik sidekicks. It's Orbot and Cubot. Now, these two are the two comic relief sidekick characters for Dr. Eggman in the newer Sonic games, and I really like them because they always want to help out and they genuinely care about Dr. Eggman, but they also mess up and they're also complete idiots at times. He gets annoyed by them, but he always wants them there to help him out because they are useful and they have contributed quite a bit. Now, yet again, like I said before, a comic relief character can be overused like Charmy Bee, but I feel like Orbot and Cubot only stay around long enough to get off their joke, then they go away. And in small dosage, I can really like them. And hell, they're probably one of my favorite parts of Sonic Boom. So Orbot and Cubot, stay around because I really like you guys as characters. And I think you deserve your spot in number 5. Now, number 4 is Knuckles the Echidna. Now, since Sonic 3, I thought that this character was a pure badass. Now, he just started off like all the other characters are bright and happy. He's sitting there frowning, ready to punch something. And that's one of my favorite character aspects about him. Sonic could run fast, Tails could fly. Knuckles was the fighting character. And I really hate that they took this away from him in Sonic Adventure, how they just had him looking for treasure and digging underground. Because I would have really liked him more as a fighting type character. Instead of giving him that gameplay, I feel like they should have given him gameplay more like the Werehog in Sonic Unleashed. And if they do bring back Knuckles, I would actually prefer if we got some brawling sections with combos and many different stuff like that rather than the treasure hunting stages, because in my opinion I feel like the treasure hunting stages are annoying, but if you really wanted to you could mix the two together. Either way, I really like Knuckles' character, how he's short-tempered but he's also really smart and really powerful. He has a connection to the chaos energy and can manipulate it any way that he wants to. So if he really wanted to, he could use the Master Emerald to shut off the Chaos Emeralds. He can also turn the Chaos Emeralds into Super Emeralds, which is a very important thing and really makes him one of the strongest characters in the Sonic series. So yeah, I feel like Knuckles is a really underused character. He's mainly only been used to slap around here lately. I really hope that in the next Sonic game he gets a bigger role and they actually emphasize more on his character, his short temper, and his fighting abilities rather than just the treasure hunting people are familiar with in Sonic Adventure. Now, number 3 is Shadow the Hedgehog. Now, I was first exposed to Shadow the Hedgehog by the Sonic X cartoon show, and when I played his game, Shadow the Hedgehog, I actually didn't hate it. A lot of people do, but I actually like it, because Sonic has speed on his side, Tails can fly, Knuckles can glide and fight, Shadow had guns and machinery. Now, I do believe that this could have been better implemented in the games that he was in, like Sonic 06 and Shadow the Hedgehog, and I do believe they should continue it, because without those, he's kind of just a black Sonic, but I believe that they kind of went a little bit overboard with the Shadow the Hedgehog game. They tried to be a little bit too edgy and forgot to be more cartoony and over the top, and the swear words kind of put me off. It did give me some of my favorite memes, so I'm not gonna be too mad about it. Where's that damn 4th Chaos Emerald? Fucking love that. So yeah, Shadow the Hedgehog was supposed to be like the anti-hero character, and I feel like they kind of gave up on that after Sonic 06, and I believe that they should try that again. Make Shadow be the character working for Gun, team him up with Rouge again, and just continue with that story arc. Just because Sonic 06 failed does not mean that him as a character failed. You can do Shadow some more, and hell, even give him more of a role with Rouge and Omega, because I really liked how they worked together in Shadow the Hedgehog and Sonic 06. Just try to make him less edgy. So onward to number 2. Now I had a long drawn out audio for number 2, which is Eggman, but the audio got corrupted, so I'm just going to tell you it in an abbreviated way so I don't have to go on and on. Eggman is my number 2 favorite Sonic character because when Mike Pollock took over, which is about when I got into the Sonic franchise during Sonic X and Shadow the Hedgehog and Sonic 06, I found him to be hilarious, and I still find him to be hilarious, and I really hope that they continue to use him as Eggman as long as they can, because he's my favorite part in Sonic X, he's my favorite part in the modern Sonic games, and he is my favorite part in Sonic Boom. So yeah, Eggman is more incompetent villain now. He tries to be evil, but most of the time his plans are just silly and goofy, and that's why I love him. So let's move on to number 1. Now number 1 should be obvious, it's Sonic the Hedgehog. Now Sonic the Hedgehog's my favorite character because he's a cocky little smart aleck hedgehog who likes to run fast, and I really believe that he was the icon of my childhood. He was the main video game character. He's always had a cartoon show out, no matter which generation you've been in. He's had several really good games throughout the years, and despite the few bad games, he always comes back on top. And I believe that Sega's really working on something to bring back his character, because even if he hasn't had a really good game recently, he still had some good mobile games coming out, and they always try to keep him out there. So yeah, Sonic, you're always going to be my favorite character in your franchise, and I hope that the series continues to make games. So this has been my top 10 list for top 10 favorite Sonic characters, in my own opinion, of course. If you like this video, you can like it, and if you want to, you can share it. There's plenty of other top 10s in my top 10 category down below. You can go check those out, and if you really want to see more videos like this, you can subscribe. This has been for Sonic 25th anniversary, and there's going to be more videos coming out soon on this subject. I hope you really liked it, you guys. Bye.